Now take a nice deep breath and release your belly. Let it be big as you fill it with air. Let's turn our palms to the ceiling and close your eyes. Take a moment to do an inside inventory. Base of your jaw, shoulders, chest, and belly, arms and hands, hips, thighs, knees, shins and calves. Lastly, feet and toes. When you're ready, we'll open our eyes. Let's move to the front of our chair. That's where all the good stuff happens. Let's begin with a few nice deep breaths, hanging your arms by your side, and we'll draw the shoulders up, back, and down. We'll inhale out and up. And exhale out and down. And one last time. Shake the hands out a bit. And we'll rub them together. Create some nice heat and warmth. Don't forget your thumbs. Just in between. And the top. Now that they're all warmed up, let's move them a bit. So spread your fingers nice and wide, and we'll slowly curl them down into the claw. Roll them open and stretch lots of space between. Then roll them down into a fist, I guess. Slowly unfurl them and then back into that ball. Then we'll open, close, just like a flick motion. And then we'll create a fist and we'll make big circles. We always have to do the other direction. And even. We'll bring our hands together, interlace your fingers, and press. Inhale it up, right up and over your head. See if you can straighten your elbows. If you're looking like this, that's okay too. And on your next exhale, let's gently move to one side. We're not looking to go very far. A little bit of an opening. This side, let's do it a couple more times. Still warming up, so gentle. And one last time. Then release the fingers and rain them down. Give the arms a shake. Keep your hands down by your side and we'll roll the shoulders up, down, and back. in circles as you can make them. Then release the effort and move the circles forward. Then draw your shoulders down away from your ears, and we'll just draw them up and down. Beautiful. Release and take your arms out in front, hands facing forward, and give yourself a nice big hug. I like to rock from side to side. And we'll switch it up. Let's go back to the first arm on top. Let your arms be heavy and we'll twist a little bit. One side and the other. Again, we're still warming up, so don't force. Still take an inventory here. Then we'll switch it up, opposite arm on top. We'll add a little twist. And once more, each side. And release the arms, we'll hang them by your side. Let's do something for the hips. So we'll do a forward bend. That's always good for the low back and hips. So we'll start with a breath in. And as you exhale, glide your fingers down towards your ankles and see if you can let your head hang here. The next time you start to draw the breath in, we'll walk it up and back. Use the next exhale to glide down easy and gently. And use the inhale to walk yourself. One more time. Back to the center, we'll hold for a breath. Let's take the right knee to our chest and give it a little hug. And the left knee into your chest, give it a little hug. Place our hands on our knees and we'll do some open close. I'm going to move the screen so you can see my feet right after this. Then back to center, edge of chair. And then we'll walk our feet wide. I don't think you can see my feet, but it's better. Then we'll walk them together. We'll walk them wide. Stretch out the right leg and then we'll add our reach to the ankle. Kneel it up and back and we'll go to the other side. So left leg, stretch it forward and reach. Kneel it back and up. Let's walk our feet together so that your big toes are touching and your ankles and knees are touching. And we're going to cross the right thigh over the left. The foot on top is going to point to the earth, to the floor, and we'll lift up to the crown of our heads. This tall spine. And the next time you exhale, just come a bit forward. Inhale it up and back. And we'll bring the feet to the floor. Again, let's bring those big toes, ankles, knees together, and we'll cross the left thigh over the right. Foot on the top should point to the floor as you sit up. Straight and tall. Next time you exhale, right forward just a bit. And inhale it up. And release the legs. Bring your hips, your feet into hip width apart. We'll take it a little further. We're going to lift the right ankle and just set it on your left thigh. Your hand on your knee and the other hand supporting your ankle. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Exhale, slowly come forward just a bit. Feel a nice big stretch here. Your hip. This is called the letter 4. Imagine if I was standing, hips would make the letter 4, the triangle, or the letter 4. Let's let this ankle go. And we'll bring the opposite ankle up. So left ankle on right thigh. Supporting my knee and supporting my ankle. Sit up nice and straight and tall. And exhale, come a bit forward. Inhale it up and back, and we'll release the ankle. With your feet under your hips, a little space between, we'll do the open close. Okay. Before we stand up, I thought we could do a few chair stands. Remember those when you stand up and sit down? It's almost like a kind of an aerobic leg strengthening vinyasa. So let's try that. Make sure you've got a good chair, nice and sturdy. And we're going to sit back a little further than we were so that about half my thigh is supported here. Might have arms on your chair, and that's okay too. That might help you propel yourself up. So here we go. We're going to do 10. And we're going to lift up on the exhale. So let's begin by taking a nice deep breath in. Oh, and I forgot to tell you one thing. So there are a couple of ways you can stand up. You can use the arms of your chair and push yourself off. You have it. You can use your hands on your thighs to press in and give you that lift. Or you can cross your hands on your chest, making all the work come from your core and your legs. So decide which one you're going to do. I'm going to keep my hands on my thighs. That's right about in the middle. So here we go. We're going to lift on the exhale. Two. Four. 6. And you can go faster or slower than me. 8. 2 more. And last one. Have a seat. Ground down through your sit bones. And breathe. Your heart should be pumping. That's what we want. I think February is Women's Heart Month. I don't know if you heard that in the news, but people were wearing red. All right, let's stand up. I'm going to stand behind my chair or in front of my chair. So let's come into the mountain pose. You're grounding down to your feet. Lifting up to the crown of your head. Let's take those shoulders. We're going to keep the breath moving. I want you to look down and see your toes lined up at the front of the chair so you're nice and close. Let's inhale, exhale. We'll use the arms. Again, nice deep inhale. This time you can bend from the head, come into forward bend. You can hold the outside of your chair or your hands on your thighs. Let's inhale up to the half forward bend. And exhale, forward bend. We're going to take the arms down by your side and inhale out. And all the way up. Namaste. That's a sun breath. So let's try, let's do 3 of those. Slow it down or speed it up if you're feeling big. Inhale, forward bend. Inhale, back forward bend. Exhale, bend. Inhaling out. Stay. More like that. And one more. Beautiful sun. Let's inhale the arms out and we'll come forward bend again. This time we're going to inhale into the half forward bend and place one hand in the center of the chair. I feel like I need to move a bit back for this. Keep your chin kind of tucked down so that you open up the back of your neck. And we're going to hang the opposite arm down by your side. I'm going to use the in-breath, easy knees here. I'm going to use the in-breath to lift out to the side, and then maybe up. Notice how I'm bending my upper feet. I'm going to exhale it down. Remember the chin tucked so you're not pressing down on your cervical spine. Here we go. Inhale out, maybe a little bit up. My chin down and bending my knees as I need to. One more. This time we'll hold for a breath. Okay, coming back into the half forward bend. Easy knees and tuck your chin. We're going to switch the hands. This is my right hand in the center, my left hand hanging down by my side. I'm going to inhale it out, maybe a little bit up. Notice how my outer knee is bending. Let's do one more, and this one will hold. Full breath. Send ourselves back up into the half forward bend and hold for a breath. Take our hands just above the knee, press your feet into the floor and stand. I'm going to stand to the side of my chair. And come into the mountain pose. Find your mountain here. And lift your spine up to the crown of your head. Easy knees, not locking them. Let's open our feet. A little wider than hip width apart, but not too wide. We're just going to move from side to side. I like to put my hands in. Let's draw the hips one direction and hold. Then draw the hips in the opposite direction and hold. Let's make some big circles, easy knees. And the opposite direction. Let's come back to center. Then we'll walk our feet a little wider than hip width apart. And with your hands on your hips, we're just going to kick the heels towards the back. So if you're struggling with balance, you can always put the chair close by. Hands on your hips, hands on your thighs. Slow it down. So you're breathing. And we'll walk the feet. Mountain. Hold for a breath here. Turn behind the chair. And beginning in a mountain, we'll exhale into a downward dog. When you inhale, lift your heart, touch your back. Exhale into that downward dog. Once again. One last one. Walking into downward dog. And back to the dog. You're going to stand behind the chair with your toes lined up. You'll be able to look down there and see so that you're nice and close. With your hands on your hips, and either, you have a couple of options here. You can either step back, struggling with some balance issues, and then step forward. So if you're stepping back, it would be your left foot. If you're stepping forward, it would be your right. I like the chair to be nice and close. You'll have it if you need it. So your legs are nice and straight. Let's get into our mountain pose, and we're going to use the breath. Come into our warriors, front knee bends. Engage that back leg. And press your feet into the fingertips and the crown And breathe into this glorious warrior. So you exhale the breath and bring the arms out and down and straightening the knee. And using an inhale up into this warrior. And the next time you exhale, arms will come out and down and we will straighten. One more time. Slow it down. Walk the feet together. Then we'll square the hips and feet off into our mountain. You can either step back the right foot or step forward the left. With our arms down by our side, we're going to inhale into this really wonderful. As you exhale, allow the breath just to come out through your fingertips, through your heart. Next time you exhale, we'll straighten the knee and drop the arms. Inhaling again into your warrior. Inhale, straighten. One last one. Inhaling into our warrior and exhale. All the way down. Walk the feet together. Let's hold for a breath in the mountain. Nice deep inhale. And we'll exhale and walk to our downward dog. I'm coming a little bit off my mat here. Let's hold for a breath. Inhaling, walking feet back up into mountain. Okay. We're going to begin behind the chair again, and we're going to move into warrior one. So we can inhale, left foot back, or walk forward, your right. Arms down by your side, legs nice and straight. We're going to do it a little differently this time. I'm going to inhale, arms up, and then over the head, bend the knees. Beautiful warrior one. And then we're going to exhale and drop the right hand forward and the left hand back. This is warrior two. Let's inhale the arms up and we're turning our torso forward. Exhale, arms down. Let's use the in-breath. Back into our warrior one. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, arms up, torso forward. Exhale, arms down and legs straight. Walking the feet together. Back into mountain and we'll breathe. Warriors are heat building, strength building. Heart pumping. Okay. Take it at your own pace. This time we're going to step right foot back or left foot forward. And torso forward. We square off those hips. In with nice straight legs. Using your inhale, bend the forward knee. Into this wonderful warrior. We're going to exhale, left arm in the front, right arm in the back. Next time you inhale, just arms, straighten the legs, and exhale the arms out and down. And then again, using your inhale, warrior one, exhale. Left arm in the front, right arm in the back, warrior two. Those arms up, and exhale all the way down. Walk the feet together. Hold for a breath in the mountain. Next time you exhale your breath, use your chair. Bring it down into downward dog. Inhaling, lift your chest, lift your heart. Back into the mouth. Exhale, walk yourself back. Downward dog. Inhale into mountain. Okay, let's come all the way down to the floor. Let's begin in a seated position here. And I realize this pose, this position, doesn't work well for everyone. So if you find yourself struggling to maintain this posture and you're looking more like this and your back is hurting, come all the way down onto your back. When we're all the way down on our back and your low back is supported, we can make that posture a little easier to take on your low back. So listen to your body. And take care of your back. Here we are in the staff pose, and I'm going to walk my hands forward. I'm looking to bend from the hip. I'm not rounding my spine. So I'm just going to walk my hands towards my ankles and inhale it up and back. Use the exhale to come forward and inhale to come back. I'm going to bend the right knee and take the sole of my right foot into the side of my left thigh. I'm going to square my hips off so they're facing forward and put one hand on either side of this left knee. I'm going to tuck my chin down. Notice what happens if I lift my chin. Not very nice to my spine, my cervical spine. So I'm walking just a bit forward, looking to make this fold happen. At the same time, I'm opening my right hip by drawing the knee towards the floor. Let's inhale up and back. Push that right knee in and then stretch it away. We'll go to the other side. So bend that left knee. Go ahead and give the knee a hug, and then we'll open it to the outside. Squaring my hips off so that they're facing forward. And lifting up to the crown of my head. I'm going to come forward from my hip, a hand on either side of that right knee. My gaze is down towards the knee. I'm going to walk my hands just a bit. Inhale it up and back. Put this knee into our chest and stretch it away. Keep the legs a little shake here. Bring the soles of our feet together. And the heels back towards your groin, and we'll hold on to the toes or the ankles or even your shins. Draw the knees together and stretch the legs away. Before we go all the way down on our back, and we will, I want you to come to a hands and knees. So move slowly. We'll come into this hands and knees posture. Notice I have lots of space between my fingers. Looking for a flat back here, not arched in any way. Then I'm going to inhale my heart forward. And exhale and round. Cat and cow. Let's just breathe in and breathe out. This is a wonderful posture if you're having pain in your low back. It's very gentle, and very effective. Come into the cow with your heart forward one more time, and then we're going to exhale back into child's pose. You know me, I prefer child's pose supported. This reaching out in front and then losing the connection is not creating the benefit for my spine. So I prefer supporting my forehead here and making the effort towards getting my bottom and my heels. Nice to breathe deep in child's pose. Your diaphragm is weighted. It's almost like a little workout. Your diaphragm, which is a muscle. Okay, let's come back into hands and knees. And I'm going to draw my knees together and my big toes together and ankles together. And stretch the right leg back. I'm going to begin by just pressing the leg and pointing my toe. And let's bend the knee and bring it in. And then inhale and stretch it. Exhale. And let's do a couple more of those. And last one. Set yourself up again, knees, ankles. We're gonna stretch left leg. Stretch it away and then draw it in. Once more. And we'll exhale into a child's pose again. You're ready. Come into the rock pose, or if that doesn't work for you, we'll just come off onto the side. Legs out in front. Let's go all the way down onto our backs. Place your feet flat on the floor. And take a moment to set yourself up here. Chin to chest. Nice supported shoulders. Nice grounded sacrum. I'm going to keep my knees bent. And then inhale and stretch your right leg up. As you exhale, I want you to press through the heel and bring the leg down. Don't release the leg to the floor. Keep it active. We're going to point the toe and lift. My chair's in the way. Lift it up, point it up, and exhale it down. Don't rest it, don't set it. I'm going to keep it right there. You're always in that place of resistance. One more, that's 6. We'll go to the other side. Stretch out left leg. And we'll bring it right up. Point your toe. Press through the heel and bring it down. Don't rest. Don't let it go. One more. Let's just hold it for a breath. And release. Let's take the knees to one side and the other. We're not making space between the knees. We're just easing them down. One side, move very gently, and the other. Let's take the knees to look up at the ceiling. Your feet are on the floor, and then we're going to lift the feet and press through the heel. Got like an angle from your hip to your ankle. And then point your feet and touch the floor and then lift again. Put your hands on your abdomen. Feel that. Feel your abdomen working. If this is too much for your low back, just lift and flatten out that low back. Or we'll take knees into your chest and rock themselves. Your core and your low back work together. So if your abdominal muscles are weaker than they should be, you might experience low back pain. So think about ways you can make your abs stronger while you're supporting your low back. Let's drop the feet to the floor. Flatten your feet to the floor, and we're going to walk the heels back as far as you can bring them. Again, my sacrum is grounded onto the earth, and I still have curve in my spine, my chin down, and the back of the neck. Let's take one knee into your chest, and we'll stretch the other leg long. Bend both knees, and then we'll go to the other side. I remember the days when I was new to yoga that the next day, my back would ache from yoga. Bend both knees and go to the other side. And I eventually learned that if I'm doing abdominal work, it's best to support my low back when you do it. Bend both knees. The other side. And bend both knees, and we'll take your knees into your chest and cross your ankles, and we'll rock from side to side. Make big circles this time. And always in the opposite direction. And let's come to the center and release your feet and roll over onto one side. Rest your head with a pillow made from your hands. And then if you can, help yourself to come up on an elbow. Always have the option to stay down as well. So my elbow is directly under my shoulder here. And with my hand out in front, so I don't roll forward, I'm just going to open the knees. Open, close. This is really nice for your hips. And then for you, you could roll over onto the other side, which is a nicer way to go. Or I'm going to come forward and to the other side. My elbow is directly under my shoulder. My knees are forward, but not all the way forward. Down at an angle somewhat, and out front to keep you from rolling forward. I'm just going to open and close the hips. Okay, let's come all the way down onto our backs. And we'll walk the feet as wide as your mat. Let's see, make sure I'm centered on my mat here. And my feet are at the edge on each side. And my neck is centered and balanced, and my shoulders are grounded. My hips and my low back supported, and I'm just going to take one knee to the center and drop. So we're not looking for that knee to get to the floor. Just looking for a nice open stretch. Slow it down. And let's drop to one side and see if you can hold for a breath. These should not hurt. Do this. If you're having any pain or pulling in your knee, I would stop on that side. Move to the other side and pull. And just back and forth. My low back is getting a nice massage here. So let's point the knees to the ceiling and walk the feet together. And see if you can stretch those legs nice and long with a little space between your heels. So taking stock of our low back. You can always bend your knees and tuck your tailbone down and under. See if that helps. Put your arms out to the side and turn your palms to the ceiling. Let's take a moment and close our eyes. Breath usually feels nice and open and supported here. So notice the breath in. In and filling your chest and your belly. Emptying and squeezing all the old air out. Release the effort now and let the breath flow in easy. There's no effort for you to breathe. It's going to happen whether you think about it or focus on it or not. Giving over the weight of your body little by little. Starting with your head and neck. Your shoulders, down the length of your arms and hands. Moving your chest and your belly. Your low back. Breathing into your hips. Down the length of your legs into your feet and toes. Slowly come back out of Shavasana. Pulling through your ankles and wrists. Bending your elbows, knees. Roll to one side. And when you're ready, yourself comfortable. Take your time. Settle yourself in your chair, on the floor, to our easy sitting pose. So last week I challenged you to move in the grocery store. So this week I'm going to challenge you to take a moment or two, at least once a day, to quiet your mind, close your eyes, and soften your body. Probably not while you're driving or at the grocery store. Maybe you're sitting at your kitchen table, maybe you're on your couch watching TV. Just closing your eyes and noticing your breath. Softening your body. Teaching yourself how to relax. Such a skill you need in everyday life. Let's bring our hands into Namaste and our hands on our heart. Connecting our mind and our body. Namaste. Have a wonderful Saturday. Good morning, Berlin yogis, or Clinton yogis, or yogis from other towns. Okay, it's time for chair yoga. We're going to go 45 minutes until 11 o'clock a.m. And hopefully this will get you energized for your day. Okay, so let's come and sit in our chair and find your sit bones and move all the way back so that your sacrum hits the back of your chair. And we're going to lift our spine up and through the crown of our head. Soften your arms and turn your hands to the ceiling. Just breath in. Bring it nice and low to your belly. Belly is soft. Let's close our eyes. No right or wrong way to do it. Soften your belly for breath. Let's take a few minutes to do an inventory, seeking out tightness, tension. See if we can breathe into that space and let it go. Start our head and our neck. We run the eyes and forehead and jaw. Places tension behind. In your chest, soften your chest for breath down the length of your arms and hands and fingers. Let them be heavy. Into your chest and your belly. Belly is a big one, right? Belly is where a lot of our emotions hide and live. Belly. Have tightness in our belly. Meaning that we're protecting ourselves, right? Emotions from the stress of the world. Down into your hips. Your thighs and shins and calves and feet and toes. When you're ready to come back, slowly open your eyes. Right, let's move to the front of our chair, where all the good stuff happens here, and we're working our core. Start with a few deep breaths. Let's use my arms out and up. As you inhale, make a connection, and exhale it out and down. Follow me. Faster, slower. This time, interlace your fingers and press your palms to the ceiling. We're going to exhale gently to one side. Inhaling up to the center and over to the opposite side. And back up to the center. Release your fingers and rain them out and down. Roll through the shoulders, big circles, up, down, and back. Let's move those circles towards the front this time. And while you're seated nice and tall, reach to the back of your chair and open your chest. If it feels like too much for the shoulders, you can always hold down and under, and then you're just going to lift your heart. Same effect, but it might not be so stressful for your shoulders. So we're going to inhale it, reach back, breath in, exhale it forward. Let's bring our hands outside of our shoulders and spread them nice and wide. Going to inhale and squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back. And as you exhale, we're going to press your palms forward and round through the spine. So here we go. Inhale looks like that, and the exhale looks like that. Pressing forward and rounding through the spine. Let's do one more like that. Then come to neutral. Create some warmth for our hands and fingers. These are the things that are always cold in the winter, your hands and your feet. They're the furthest away. Keeping good circulation in those spaces helps to keep them warmer. All right, so let's press through the heels of our hands. And let's just press out in front. We'll do one and then the other. Pressing forward. And then let's go out to the side. So we can do this one together. So press, press, press. Let's do it once more. Press. Let's go up. Press. Doing sets of 3 here. Okay, then out in front and across the body, so diagonal away. And then how about across the body and down? And then last one. And release the effort and open, close your fingers. And we'll interlace our fingers and press, press, press. Let's inhale them up and we'll go off to one side. We've already done this. It's always a good thing to do. Inhaling to the center, exhaling to the side. And once. Out and down. Let's roll those shoulders and shake the arms. Let's do a little twist for our spine. So I'm going to move to the side of my chair. See what's going on here. My feet are hip width apart, and I'm creating this nice tall spine. I'm gonna just turn towards the back of my chair and hold it at 10 and 2, just like I was driving a car. Notice how I can bring my body towards the back of the chair, get a little more of a twist here. Try to keep these kind of grounded. Don't let them move too much. Just allow the spine to do a little twist here. And you can use your breath, so the exhale, bring your torso square with the back of the chair. Get your nice tall spine. Let's go to the other side. Hip width apart, other side, back of my chair, nice tall spine. I'm going to use an exhale to turn towards the back of my chair. I'm using the breath. Draw my torso towards the back of the chair. Nice tall spine. And the hands come forward and we'll move forward. Again, let's get to the edge of that chair and sit up nice and straight and tall. Let's do some forward bending. Right, we begin with a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale your breath, you're just gliding your fingers forward, allowing the head to hang. And when you start to need that in-breath, walk it up and back. So the movement should follow your breath. Exhaling down and forward. And inhaling up and back. And let's do it once more, exhaling forward and inhaling up. Okay. Let's walk our feet nice and wide. I think you can see my feet. So maybe a little bit up there. I'm just walking my feet wide, and I'm walking them together. So this is good for my ankles. Wide and then walk them together. Once I get them together, I'm going to take the right knee into my chest and give it a little hug. And release and go to the other side. And let it go. Let's do hands on knees and we'll just do a simple open close. Okay, stretch the right leg forward and we'll add our reach. Really press through the heel of your foot. And exhale, add the reach. So we never press back through a knee. So always just a micro bend, right? Never locked backwards. And we're just gonna exhale it forward and inhale it up and back. That was like 5. So let's do 5 on the other side. Really stretching that leg forward, press through the heel, don't lock the knee, and we'll reach the ankle on the exhale. Last one here. Inhale it up and back and feet on the floor. Let's do something for our feet. Let's come up onto the balls of our feet. And just feel the stretch in the bottom of your foot. Maybe to roll out to the pinky toe and roll into the big toe gently. And then come down on flat feet and come up onto the heels and point your toes to the ceiling. And then we'll draw the feet nice and flat on the floor. Let's bring the soles of our feet together as our knees fall away. So I want you to feel safe on your chair. So ground your sit bones and then walk the bottom of your feet together and let your knees be wide. This is a really nice pose to be able to let the belly go and spin the space. Okay, let's bring those knees together. And again, we'll take one knee into your chest and give it a squeeze. And the other knee into your chest. Okay. Let's stretch both legs forward. We're going to take the arms down by your side, up, down, and back. We'll give a little squeeze of the shoulder blades. I really want you to grind your heels into the floor with a micro bend in your knee. And we're going to do a 5-pointed star. So here we go. We're going to inhale the arms out to the side, palms forward and all the way up. And exhale it out and down. Beautiful. Shoulders up, down, and back. Let's try that again. Inhale. Arms up at shoulder height. Palms forward. And when you're ready, inhale all the way up. And then out and down. Let's place the feet on the floor. Settle yourself into your sit bones. And again, stretch those legs forward. This time we're going to open the heels up a little bit. Remember, micro bend the knees, really get your heels down into the rug or the floor or your mat, wherever you are. And then we'll bring the arms down by your side. Shoulders up, down, and back. Palms forward, all the way up, 5-pointed star. Beautiful. Exhale it out and down. Together and knees bend. Try it again. Stretch those legs forward and we'll create some space between the heels. Really get your heels down into the floor, the rug, the mat. Micro bend the knees. And shoulders up, back, and down. Let's inhale it out and up. And then all the way up, 5-pointed star. Don't hold your breath, breathe. Look, opening to the earth, opening to the sky. And the next time you exhale your breath, we'll bend the elbows and bend the knees and feet on the floor. Take the right knee into your chest and give it a hug. And the left knee into your chest will give it a hug. Okay, let's stand up. I'm going to stand in front of my chair. I'm going to stand in front of my chair and we're going to begin our standing poses by doing some forward bending. So come up into your mountain. Your feet grounded to the earth and your knees are easy. Pelvis is balanced between backward and forward, and it's just comfortable. And you're lifting your torso out as you roll those shoulders back and down. And let's use the in-breath to lift the arms. peek up there, and then we'll exhale it forward, easy knees, and forward bends. The next time you inhale, we'll come up into the half forward bends, and exhale it forward bend. Inhale back into the half forward bend. We're going to bend the knees and take the hands from the chair to the knees and press up back to mountain. Try it again. Exhale forward, forward bend. Inhale, half forward bend and bend. Bend the knees, hands above the knees. Let's do it one more time. Out and up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half forward bend. Exhale. This time, let's try out to the side. Always easy knees. Out to the side. And we're going to inhale it all the way up like we started and exhale into our mountain pose. Vinyasa to get us started. Let's stand next to the chair. I'm going to turn the chair around. If people have balance issues, it's better to have the top of the chair than the seat of the chair. It's easier to get to. Okay, so let's begin in mountain. Then we'll open our feet. Hands on hips, we'll just move from side to side. I feel like I went too far. I'm going to close my feet in a bit. Feel the weight of your body shifting from one side to the other. And then drop your hip on one side and we'll hold for a breath. And back to side. And then we'll drop the other hip to the side and hold for a breath. Back to side. Remember, those knees are easy. We're going to make circles. Your knees are locked for this. You might experience a pulling on them. Easy. Be kind to those knees, opposite direction. And back to the center. We'll walk the feet into mountain. Let's try the 5-pointed star. And it's your head. They count your head as one of the points standing. So 5-pointed star. We'll open our feet nice and wide. Don't be afraid to go nice and wide because you've got your chair if you need it. So just naturally, my toes point to the corners of the room rather than just forward. Body knows it's an incredible thing. So beginning with a nice tall spine and your shoulders up, down, and back, we're going to inhale the arms onto the side and bring those palms forward. On the next inhale, we're going to bring those arms into a big V, tuck your tailbone under slightly, and reach out through the tips of your fingers and down through your heels. Next time you exhale, we'll bend the elbows and walk the feet together. Move back into our mountain. Great pose. Let's do it again. Open your feet nice and wide. Shoulders up, down, and back. Easy knees. We're going to inhale out and then all the way up. Notice how you can tuck your tailbone in slightly. Really ground down through your feet. So extend up through your fingertips and down through your heels. Take a nice deep breath in and we'll exhale and bend the elbows and bend the knees, coming back into. Let's turn to the back of our chair. And we will walk back into a downward dog. So I like to always start with the toes right up there. You look down and see them lined up with your chair. Getting with the breath in. We're going to exhale it back into down dog. Your ankles should be under your hips with easy knees. So you don't want to be too far away so that you're losing your nice angle here. And then we'll inhale it and lift chest, almost like a rat. Try it again. Nice deep breath in. And we're exhaling and walking into the down dog. And we inhale. Walk us back into mountain. Okay. I'm going to leave my chair there in case I need it. Get it on mountain. Again, let's widen those feet. I'm afraid to go nice and wide. You've got your chair. And let's take the chair, the hand closest to the chair, and we'll just hold on to the chair. And the opposite arm right up next to your ear. We're going to work on opening that whole left side. For me, it's my left side. So I'm pressing down through the heel and making this straight line of energy from my heel all the way up through my fingertips. This is almost a triangle pose, Trikonasana, it's called in Sanskrit. Trik, T-R-I-K, Trikonasana. And bend the elbow, and then we'll walk the feet together. Find our mountain again. For you, you could just turn around, or I'm going to take the chair so that I can always face front the other side. I'm going to find my mountain and open my feet. Hand closest to the chair, hold on to the chair, opposite arm right up next to your ear. I'm just going to open that whole right side. Feel the line of energy from your heel right up through your fingertips. As you fill your chest with breath, shoot it right out through your fingers and down into your heel. Bend the elbow and bend the knees. I'm going to turn to the back of the chair, line my toes up. On an exhale, walk back. I have a nice angle from my heels to my shoulders. When you're ready to inhale, get back. Okay, let's sit back in our chair. And I'm going to challenge you today with me to do some chair stands. So when you do the chair stands, you begin in the chair and not at the edge of your chair like we were before. We're going to move back and go so that half my thigh is on the chair, the other half is not. And then find your sit bones. Then lift up through the crown of your head, creating this nice tall spine. And we lift on the exhale. It's where we get our energy, our push on the exhale. So you might have a chair with arms, so you could use your hands on the arms of your chair to propel yourself up. You could put your hands on your thighs. I tend to do that when I stand, press my hands into the thighs. Or you could put your hands on your shoulders, crisscross, and lay your elbows on your chest. So this is the hardest. This is kind of somewhere in the middle, and this would be the easiest. And it's okay to go easy. Okay, we need easy in our life. We need hard, we need easy. Okay, so on the exhale, I'm going to do 10 of these. You want to stop at 6 or 11? It's up to you. So beginning with the breath in. And exhale, press your feet in, come to standing, and sit back down. So that was 1. See if you can coordinate it with your breath. This will be number 3. Feel the power of your exhale. This is 4. 5. 6. Almost there. And 7. Make sure you're breathing, very important. Just 3 more. We'll do 3. And 2. And last one, we'll celebrate on the last one. Here we go. Arms out to the side. Yay, we did it. Interlace your fingers and press. I'm too long for the screen. So let's sit back in our chair. Okay. And we have just really been going right through this. Okay, so let's sit with our breath for a minute. And our heart pumping, strong legs working. Nice deep breath in and out. Let's do some poses seated in the chair, and that's how we'll finish our class today. So we'll come to the edge where all the good stuff happens. And find your sit bones. And feel them grounded into your chair so you're nice and safe. Okay. Let's begin by stretching both legs forward. Really digging your heels into your carpet or your mat, your floor, not sliding, but really grounded with an easy bend in the knee. Let's begin by doing just a seated forward bend. And as you exhale the next breath, we'll just glide your hands towards your ankles and use your in-breath to glide them back up to seated. We'll do it 3 times, beginning with the breath in, exhale and glide, and inhale. And lift and glide one more time. Hold for a breath as we let that head hang. The inhale will draw the hands up and back. Sit with your breath for a minute. And we'll take one knee into your chest and give it a hug. And the other knee into your chest and we'll give it a hug. And with hands on knees, we'll do some open, close, open, close. Okay. Let's walk the feet nice and wide. Sit up nice and straight and tall and walk them together. And walk them nice and wide. And walk them together. And lastly, walk them nice and wide. And this time we're going to keep it wide. And we're just going to rest your forearm on one thigh. Hand open to the ceiling and hanging out in the center. And opposite hand on your hip. So I'm stacking my shoulders with a nice open chest. And we're just gonna lift your heart. Then with hands on thighs, we'll ease up to center. And on the exhale, we'll go to the other side. So forearm crosses thigh, my hand just hanging out in the center, opposite hand on my hip. I'm looking for this nice open chest. This is a seated triangle pose. We just did this standing. And we'll inhale up to center and walk your feet together. Let's stretch one leg forward and then the other. Okay. Let's find our seated mountain. Our arms down by our side. Soft belly and an open chest. We'll hold for a breath. Let's inhale and stretch the legs forward. A little bump in the knee. You really want to dig those heels down. And we're going to do a downward dog. Downward dog begins with the arms by your side, nice open chest. We're going to inhale the arms up at shoulder height, palms forward, and we're going all the way up, right up next to your ear, and just 2 inches forward. Inhale it back and 2 inches forward, just 2 inches. Very open here. Last 2 inches forward. And open and back, release those arms and bend the knees. Let's take one knee into your chest and we'll give it a hug. The opposite into your chest and we'll give it a hug. And feet on the floor. Let's take your arms out to the side. We've been really opening the heart, opening the chest today. So let's do the opposite. Give yourself a little hug, a little protection, a little love. And then switch it up, opposite arm on top this time. Hold on to your shoulders. Give yourself a pat. Give your shoulders a little rub. Good job. I'll need that. Good job. Okay, arms down by your side. Let's shake them. Let's do something for our hands before we go. It's going to make them warm, create the heat. Don't forget the tops in between. Let's make some fists and we'll do open, close, open, close. Let's interlace the fingers and press. And interlace the fingers, opposite thumb on top, and press. Let's stretch the arms out in front. Press through the heels, and we'll move from side to side. Makes me think of jazz hands. Space between the fingers, press through the heel of your hand, side to side. Then hang your hands, and one hand draws the fingers on the other hand down and under. Opposite hand draws the fingers down. And then press to the heels of your hands, lots of space between your fingers. Opposite hand takes 4 fingers, not the thumb, and draws them back. Feel what a nice stretch you get under there. The opposite hand takes the 4 fingers and draws them back. Not the thumb. And let's rub those hands together, tops, in between. You get your thumbs, the base of your big thumb. Thumb's very meaty. Let's make some fists and then we'll roll them big circles. Opposite direction. Let's release the hands and we'll take a moment and stretch the neck very gently. I feel like most people over 55 experience neck tension, and that's okay. Some of us do. I'm just grabbing the big muscle here between my ear and my shoulder. Grabbing it, giving it a good squeeze. We don't have good posture. What can happen is our neck, our head comes forward, our chin comes forward, and you can see how devastating that can be to your neck. It would be like holding a bowling ball, right, all day, like that. So mindfully bringing the chin back and balancing your head over your shoulders. Now, this isn't natural either, so drive back and then release the effort. A good way to do it is think about tucking your chin down just a bit, and then releasing the effort. So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to bring it way over to the left side of my head here, and then guide gently, just guide it. I'm not weighting my head. Right ear, right shoulder. And arm down by your side. Feel how that feels. Wonderful stretch. And you can even lift the arms just a bit. See how that adds a little stretch. And bend the elbows, release the hands, release the neck. Go to the other side. So this is my left arm, all the way over to the right side of my head. And I'm gently guide left ear, left shoulder. Pulling or waiting, just opening, arm down by my side. I'm going to lift it up about halfway. Hands, raise the head. Take your chin now and tuck it down towards your chest. Imagine you were holding something. You had all these things in your hand and now you're trying to hold this. I'm sure you've been there. It's not so, not gripping so tight, not pressing so hard. Gentle connection of your chin to your chest. Then we're going to gently roll the head to one direction, to the ear, over the shoulder again, back to the center. Other side, rolling the head, ear over the shoulder, and then roll back to the center. One more on each side. Lift your heart and gently lift your neck back to center. And let's just drop right ear towards your right shoulder. Gently lift it up and then drop your left ear towards yours. And lift it up. Let's take your hands out to the side, up at shoulder height. Bring your fingertips behind your head and open your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together in your heart. And we'll release the effort. Bring our hands to our thighs and we'll gently scooch back in your chair. We have like 2 minutes left. Let's use every second of them. So I'm all the way back in my chair where we began, sacrum, touching the back of my chair. Settle in, release the weight of your legs and your torso. belly and chest, just letting things go. We're not holding. Notice how the breath, when it flows in, moves better when we're relaxed to receive it. I'm going to turn my palms to the ceiling and close my eyes. Think about the air, the breath coming down into your belly as you pour a glass of water and fill your torso from the bottom up. You can allow the breath to start deep and low into your soft belly and move it all the way up. When you're ready, let's gently come back and open our eyes. Bring our hands to our heart and our namaste pose. Thumbs connect to your heart here. I'm going to add a little bow for namaste. Namaste. Thanks for coming, Masako, today. I saw you up there on my screen, your name. So thanks for coming today. I hope you have a great Saturday.